Hey everyone, and welcome back to Investing Guide. The crypto world took note when Cardano's CEO, Charles Hoskinson, was invited by Google to their London office. Hoskinson took questions from Googlers all around the world and also described the unique advantages of Cardano's blockchain technology over rival firms. Even though we've not heard anything since that meeting, there can be no doubt that Google is seriously considering the use of blockchain technology, and the tech giant may seek to partner or buy a cryptocurrency company. What does the tantalizing prospect of a future partnership or purchase by Google mean for Cardano? Stick around until the end of the video so you don't miss on why a company like Google might be interested in Cardano. Before we start, if you like this type of content, hit that like and subscribe button, and also turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of our updates in the world of investing. So, what exactly took place at Hoskinson's meeting with Google? We know that Hoskinson and his team fielded questions from developers from all of Google's international offices. He even gave them a detailed introduction to Cardano, including a breakdown of their unique algorithm, which is called Ouroboros. Hoskinson's also the CEO of IOHK, essentially the parent company of Cardano and the firm responsible for developing its platform. Google was reportedly interested in the coding and functionalities of the Cardano platform. Hoskinson provided in-depth answers regarding Cardano's next-generation protocols and also highlighted the advantages that his company offers over competing firms. In particular, Hoskinson was asked how he thinks Cardano could beat Ethereum. He replied, "So many Java, C++, or Go developers are writing code on Ethereum? You can't. Ethereum doesn't support any of those languages. They can't even run a single viral app on the platform. If you look at the top 10 languages, none of them work on the system, so by definition, all those developers aren't developing for the system. They have to go and learn new tools and new stuff. With Cardano, first of all, we're back-end compatible, 100%. We're running an EVM. It is obvious that Cardano's platform will be immensely attractive to Google's developers, as it's compatible with different programming languages. This will allow independent developers to create applications and decentralized smart contracts. We know that Cardano is encouraging third-party use of its technology as a means to popularize its usage internationally. Hoskinson also talked extensively about the future of Cardano and the future of cryptocurrency in general. He detailed the proof-of-stake concept that Cardano used, which encourages more and more people to join the network. Also discussed was the July testing network, which is open to developers who want to test out Cardano smart contracts. Following his speech, Hoskinson took part in a Q&A. He was questioned on how developers could become part of the Cardano platform, Cardano's latest test, smart compatibility, and how cryptocurrencies can ensure privacy, and even the biggest things happening in the world of crypto. What does this mean for Google then? Well, we know that Google is an undisputed leader when it comes to innovative technology. However, it does appear to be a rather slow mover in adopting blockchain technology. Facebook's already stated that it's working on a solution to add blockchain tech to its platform. It is quite possible that Google doesn't want to be left behind. There can be no doubt that Google getting involved will be a huge step for the mass adoption of blockchain technology. We know that Google has actually shown interest in the cryptocurrency industry for quite some time, even offering Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin a job in the company. Buterin did not appear interested, but it is safe to say that Google is interested in seeing what crypto firms and blockchain tech has to offer. It's not inconceivable that Google might choose to invest in Cardano or even buy it outright. Needless to say, that would have a massive implication for the price of ADA, which is bound to skyrocket if such a partnership does come to fruition. But what does Hoskinson himself have to say about this? He's spoken extensively about his meeting with Google, but in recent times, he seems to have poured cold water on the idea that a partnership is imminent. He said Google is a multinational company. It's one of the largest and most powerful engineering companies in the world. They've got some phenomenal scientists working at Google from all around the world, from world-famous cryptographers to InfoSec people. If Google is going to do cryptocurrency, then Google does not need to partner with me, and they don't need to partner with Bitcoin, Ethereum, or anything else. They're just going to go ahead and do their own thing. That said, Google is a good patron of open source tech, and many of their employees do invest their weekends, or at least one day a week, in contributing to some open source project. And Google does a very large international cryptocurrency and blockchain mailing list. A lot of their employees love this space. In fact, Mike Hearn, one of the most famous Googlers, was originally a core developer on Bitcoin. So we felt that it was an excellent opportunity to tell them what we're working on, and if any of their employees want to make open source contributions, we'd always welcome it. But we don't think there's going to be a partnership at Google anytime soon. While Hoskinson appears to be saying that Google's got no immediate plans to acquire or partner with Cardano, that doesn't mean there may not be some sort of collaboration in the future. Given Google's interest in blockchain, as Hoskinson noted, Google is a patron of open source tech, and its motives are not entirely altruistic. After all, at the end of the day, the tech giant's gotta stay abreast of the latest technology in order to maintain its premier position in the industry, and the rapid rise of cryptocurrency would not have escaped its notice. At a panel discussing on emerging technologies and trends, Google co-founder Sergey Brin gave his thoughts on cryptocurrencies. He said that these cryptocurrencies are the same kind of thing. First, even taking the research work of Diffie-Hellman team and taking the public key cryptography, and the fact that can exist is kind of mind-boggling to a mathematician. But then the fact that's widespread across the internet now, and these, Bitcoin, the proof of work thing, saying, oh my god, you can build this, that kind of thing, people have to do a little hashing and figure this stuff out. That idea, it's like, no, you really can't make this global network where people take it seriously. It's kind of extraordinary. It's mind-boggling to me. Brin went on to say, nowadays I look at things like Zcash, for example, and I don't know much about cryptocurrencies, but the fact that people are using these zero-knowledge proofs, which is very theoretical computer science, pretty recently, and actually using it in the wild, it doesn't seem like it should be even possible. But to have that kind of thing work, if I'm being honest. Brin even claimed that he attempted to go through the math and figure out calculations, but was taken aback by how complex the science and math behind the tech was. The potential of cryptocurrency has obviously piqued the interest of the Google co-founder. In fact, Brin was a last-minute addition to the Blockchain Summit panel on emerging technologies, where he mentioned that he'd been mining cryptocurrency with his son. It could be that both parties are playing coy. The reality is that, although both parties have not said anything concrete about their future plans together, there is a great deal of potential in a future collab. What that collab might actually look like remains to be seen. In an interview, Hoskinson said, I think Google, like Microsoft and Apple and Facebook, is just going to go its own way and do its own thing at the highest level. And there are always opportunities for us to collaborate. And if Google's got some ideas, or we have some ideas that we think might make sense, then of course we're going to pursue that. We are using Google Tech in our stack. Electron is actually a fork of Chromium and Node stitched together, and that is the heart of Daedalus. And there is a lot of other things that Google has worked on in the past that we've pulled into our tech stack because they are legitimately good ideas, and we hope that Google can see parts of our stack as useful to things they work on. While Hoskinson seems to think that Google will be most interested in the technology behind the Cardano platform, it is quite possible that the tech giant may have other ideas. After all, it did offer Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin a job in the organization. Instead of engaging in using Cardano's tech piecemeal, Google might consider a more substantial alliance. If Google decides that the best way to adopt blockchain tech is by purchasing a cryptocurrency firm, Cardano does offer several advantages over its rivals. Its proof-of-stake system is considerably more energy efficient than Bitcoin's system, and that's an important concern given questions about sustainability. Unlike Ethereum, Cardano's platform accommodates multiple programming languages. Given Google's fondness for open source technology and the fact that its developers spend at least one day a week working on an open source project, it's highly likely Cardano is going to be a front runner in the tech giant world. And that's if Google decides to make a move. It goes without saying that being bought by Google, or even a simple collaboration with the company that rules the internet, would be a game changer for Cardano and the crypto industry. That's it for today's video, and while you're here, go ahead and click on one of these two videos on your screen.